The Atlantic has awakened with its seventh named storm of 2025, Hurricane Gabrielle. What began as a small tropical wave quickly intensified, becoming a hurricane in just days. On September 21st, Gabrielle reached hurricane strength, shifting concern from a minor storm to a real threat. As the seventh named storm, Gabrielle signals an active season, with the Atlantic primed for more. Now, Gabrielle is a distinct system with a clear forecast and potential impacts demanding our attention, our focus, deliver timely, accurate updates to keep everyone safe. As of Monday, September 22nd, Hurricane Gabrielle is about 265 miles southeast of Bermuda, moving northwest at 12 miles per hour. Gabrielle is a Category 1 hurricane, with sustained winds of 75 mph, enough to cause damage and power outages. Its strongest winds are near the center, but tropical storm-force winds extend 140 miles out, threatening a wide area. Satellite imagery shows Gabrielle is organizing and could intensify further. Even if the center stays offshore, Bermuda could still see gusty winds and heavy rain. Residents should take preparations seriously as the storm approaches. We'll continue monitoring and providing updates as Gabrielle moves across the Atlantic. The big question on everyone's mind right now is, where exactly is Gabrielle heading? With so much uncertainty surrounding hurricanes, tracking their path is crucial for those in their potential impact zones. Meteorologists have been closely monitoring Gabrielle's every move, using advanced satellite imagery and computer models to predict her next steps. According to the latest update from the National Hurricane Center, Gabrielle is projected to pass just east of Bermuda today. The storm's center is expected to remain offshore, but its outer bands could still brush the island with heavy rain and gusty winds. Satellite images show the storm's swirling clouds inching closer, keeping residents and officials on high alert. While this is certainly a relief for Bermuda, as a direct hit would have brought much more severe conditions, tropical storm-force winds and rough seas are still possible. The island's beaches are already seeing higher waves, and the skies have turned gray and threatening. After passing by Bermuda, Gabrielle is forecast to make a gradual turn toward the north, then curve northeast. This shift in direction is expected to steer the storm away from the U.S. East Coast, sparing major cities from any direct impacts. Meteorologists are watching this turn closely, as even a small change could alter the storm's path. The main reason for this turn is a trough of low pressure moving across the Atlantic. This weather system acts like a steering current, pulling Gabrielle out to sea. It's a common pattern for storms in this region during late summer and early fall, and it often helps protect the U.S. coastline from more serious threats. At this time, there are no official watches or warnings in effect for Bermuda. However, local emergency agencies are staying vigilant, monitoring every update from meteorologists. It's important to remember that hurricanes can be unpredictable, and even a slight shift in the track could bring more severe weather to the island. That's why residents are being urged to stay alert and take basic precautions. Securing outdoor furniture, boarding up windows, and preparing for possible power outages are all smart steps to take, even if the worst of the storm stays offshore. Gusty winds and high waves can still cause damage and disrupt daily life. It's also important to pay attention to the forecast cone. This graphic shows the probable path of the storm's center, but impacts like rain, wind, and waves can extend far beyond those lines. Don't let your guard down just because you're outside the cone. Conditions can change quickly. For now, Bermuda remains the main area of concern, with the U.S. likely spared from any direct impacts. Still, everyone in the region should keep an eye on updates, as hurricanes can surprise us. Staying informed and prepared is always the best way to stay safe during hurricane season. A major concern? Gabrielle could rapidly intensify in the next 24-48 hours. Warm ocean water and low wind shear create ideal conditions for the storm to strengthen quickly. If Gabrielle jumps to a major hurricane, its impact zone grows, bigger waves, stronger winds, and more dangerous surf. Even if the center stays offshore, a stronger storm means higher risks for Bermuda and distant coastlines. The NHC is watching closely for signs of rapid intensification. This is why staying informed and prepared is critical. Gabrielle's potential for escalation demands our full attention. Gabrielle's reach extends far beyond its center, sending large swells toward the U.S. East Coast and Atlantic Canada. These waves create dangerous surf and life-threatening rip currents, even on sunny days. The National Hurricane Center warns beachgoers from North Carolina to Canada, stay out of the water. Rip currents are powerful and hard to spot. Don't underestimate them. Lifeguards will be on alert, and some beaches may close to swimming. Boaters should also beware. Hazardous conditions will extend offshore. Hurricanes don't need to make landfall to be dangerous. The ocean's power travels far. Stay safe, heed warnings, and help spread the word. Gabrielle marks the 7th named storm of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, arriving just after the season's peak. This milestone highlights how active the season has been so far, with several storms already making their mark on the Atlantic. The naming of Gabrielle signals that we are well into the list of designated storm names, a reminder of how quickly conditions can change during hurricane season. Each new name on the list represents another chapter in a season that meteorologists have been watching closely. It's only the 2nd hurricane so far, but its formation shows the Atlantic remains active and capable of producing powerful storms. The development of Gabrielle, even after the official peak, is a clear sign that the atmosphere and ocean are still primed for hurricane activity. Meteorologists are closely monitoring these conditions, as late-season storms can sometimes be just as intense and unpredictable as those earlier in the year. NOAA's forecast called for an above-average season, and Gabrielle fits that pattern. The agency's predictions, based on years of data and advanced modeling, anticipated more storms than usual, and so far the season is living up to those expectations. Each new storm, including Gabrielle, adds to the evidence that 2025 is shaping up to be a particularly active year for hurricanes in the Atlantic. Warm waters and a La Niña pattern are fueling storm development. These factors create ideal conditions for hurricanes to form and intensify, making the Atlantic basin especially volatile this year. Ocean temperatures remain above average, and the influence of La Niña reduces wind shear, allowing storms like Gabrielle to grow stronger and last longer. Even storms that stay at sea like Gabrielle provide valuable data for scientists and help improve future forecasts. Researchers use advanced technology such as weather buoys and research vessels to collect information on wind speeds, pressure, and rainfall. This data is crucial for understanding how storms develop and for refining the models that predict their paths and intensity. Each storm is a chapter in the season's story, and more may be on the way. The timeline of the 2025 hurricane season is still unfolding, and with several weeks left, the potential for additional storms remains high. Meteorologists urge the public to stay informed and pay attention to updates as the season progresses. The season is far from over. Preparedness remains essential. Communities along the coast and even inland should review their emergency plans, check their supplies, and stay alert for any new developments. Being ready can make all the difference when the next storm approaches, ensuring safety for families and neighborhoods as the 2025 hurricane season continues. Hurricane Gabrielle is a powerful reminder that the season isn't over. Even as summer fades and many hope for calmer weather, storms like Gabrielle can form quickly and intensify, catching communities off guard. The threat doesn't disappear just because the calendar says so. Nature doesn't follow our schedules. Right now, Bermuda faces the immediate threat, with residents preparing for high winds and heavy rain. But the impact of Gabrielle stretches far beyond the island. Millions along the US and Canadian coasts must remain vigilant, as dangerous surf and powerful rip currents can reach their shores even if the storm stays offshore. Beaches may look inviting, but hidden dangers lurk in the waves. Complacency is risky. One storm can change everything. We've seen how quickly lives and landscapes can be transformed by a single hurricane. Flooded streets, damaged homes, and uprooted communities are stark reminders of what's at stake. It only takes one storm to make a season unforgettable. Use Gabrielle as a reason to review your hurricane plan and stay informed through trusted sources. Make sure your emergency kit is stocked, your evacuation route is clear, and your family knows what to do if warnings are issued. Preparation now can make all the difference later. Our job is to keep you updated so you can make safe decisions. We're here to break down the latest forecasts, explain what they mean for your area, and help you understand when it's time to take action. Reliable information is your best defense. Gabrielle's forecast can still change, and we'll bring you updates as it evolves. Storms can shift direction, speed up, or slow down, so staying tuned to the latest information is crucial. We'll be tracking every development so you don't have to face uncertainty alone. Stay alert, check on loved ones, and keep preparedness in mind as the season continues. Reach out to friends and neighbors, especially those who may need extra help. Community support can make a big difference when storms threaten. The story of Gabrielle is still unfolding, and we'll be watching every moment with you. Together, we can weather whatever comes next, staying informed, prepared, and connected as the skies change above us.